It's the day after launching the boat from the shipyard. We are now later in the season than we would like, so we decide to skip Madeira and go straight to the Canary Islands, which will act as our first stepping stone on our way across the Atlantic.
We're doing the Canary Islands.
Yeah, we have to cross the shipping lane now.
Yeah, we should concentrate a little bit.
It's not a perfect weather window, and we'll be relying on the motor for the first day or so before the wind arrives. The journey is more than 500 nautical miles, our biggest passage so far. It's a new challenge, but we need to step things up if we're still going to cross the Atlantic this year.
I think the lasagna is ready.
Lasagna.
I think it looks good. The end of our first day.
Yeah,
How was the lasagna though?
it was amazing. The highlight of the day by far.
Yay. Hey, it's dark. I'm on my night watch and Tim is sleeping. It's actually all fine. It's not that chilly. I've got chocolate and I've got tea. There's only a cargo ship following me.
It's 10 to midnight at the end of day one. Mitch is asleep. And generally it's going pretty well. Beautiful stars. Not many boats around, just one sailing boat behind us. So we've got the engine on, a little bit of jib up. Hoping some wind comes. We're adjusting our course to kind of try and stay in some wind pockets. Yeah, I've eaten all the chocolate.
Using our Iridium Go, we can receive the latest weather forecast by satellite. When is the wind coming?
Never.
No.
Should be here already. But it seems like the system's changing, so that rather than us just being in the wind pocket, we're constantly chasing it, we're just out. So, for sure we're going to have some really nice wind by the time before we get there. before we get there, but it's yet to materialise.
Don't let me laugh.
What's going on, Mitch?
I thought I'd give myself a little treat.
I thought this was like Silence of the Lambs or something. Spa day on Cherry Road.
I give myself a spa day.
Okay, we just went from everything going super easy to well, apart from the no wind, but to the engine doing weird stuff, kind of stuttering, and decided to stop it, go and have a look. It was quite oily underneath the engine, so I've done an oil check, topped it up a bit, and we'll see if it starts again, hopefully, because there's no wind.
Woo!
Well, at least it starts. The engine was kind of losing a lot of its power, coming back up, losing its power.
It's a bit scary to go in the night just relying on the engine, and then he does this weird stuff. So Tim is having a look now. Let's see if he can fix it. Tim finds some oil dripping from a small hole where we think a bolt is supposed to be. Until we can get a spare, we should be okay with just topping up the oil.
It's 2 a.m. I'm really tired. Probably see from my eyes. I've got 1 hour left of this night watch. We're doing 3-hour rotations. So yeah, 3 o'clock Mitch is on. So I'll wake her up sort of 10 minutes before that so she can put her warm clothes on. It's still cold. We're not far enough south yet. Still got the engine on. There's a lot of traffic. I was really sandwiched in there. I'm the black triangle with the boat. I've decided to go west or west-northwest, get out of this situation. 3 pretty big boats coming together, so
it's 5:30 and I'm on my second night watch. I'm pretty tired. Yeah, I didn't have more than 2 hours of sleep. I know I can catch up in a day, but at the moment, yeah, it's tough. And it's starting to rain, so I'm loving it.
Mitch had quite a tough night because, oh, here she is. Here is Mitch. Let's see.
Morning.
Morning. You can keep sleeping more if you want. Feel alright? Do you want me to stop talking? Just when we need it, the wind arrives. It starts as a moderate breeze with the first signs of the 3-meter groundswell.
Yay! The engine is up. The wind is here. We've got some sails up. Oh, it's still a bit flapping. But we're going nicely. 7 knots.
The best thing you can wish for as a sailor is fair winds and following seas. And finally, this is what we get.
You have a cape.
Cape.
Yeah, it was fly.
Llamada general. Embarcación en situación de emergencia con número indeterminado de personas a bordo a la deriva o navegando en precario desde la costa africana hacia las Islas Canarias. Buques en la zona extremen la vigilancia y contacten con Salvamento Marítimo de Las Palmas en VHF Canal 16.
The sea state is far from calm, and the thought of being adrift in that migrant boat right now is a scary one. As we get our first sight of land, we can only hope on a safe arrival for them too.
What do you have in your pocket?
Ooh. Like a magician.
Yeah. Ta-da!
Canary Islands flag. Now the question is, should we fly this? Or do we fly the Spanish one? really lost them. Or do I fly one above the other? Three hours to Lanzarote.
Yeah, amazing. And I'm proud of you. You're a good captain. You did really well.
You read the script really well there. No, you were a very good co-captain.
Oh, I made the title. Go captain.
It's deckhand really.
No, go captain. You
No.
heard it.
It worked really smooth together.
Mitch Nieuwenhuizen, go captain of Cherry Right.
Okay, now we're going to cut. We made it.
We're here.
There's Cherry Ripe.
Yeah,
We're in a marina. 4.5 days at sea.
we did well.
Yeah. Now time for a wine or a whiskey. Or both, I think.
Okay.
Signing off for now.
Okay. We are editing at the moment, but I will show you our office because we have quite an amazing office. Okay, here we go. Maybe I can see it out of the window. No, I have to go up. After a work and video editing marathon, it feels so good to go for a swim.
It's also a chance to dive down and check the security of the anchor. The anchor is clearly not properly dug in. It's just sitting on top of a thin layer of sand. So we'll have to reset it in order to sleep easy tonight.
The Canary Islands are a volcanic archipelago, and here at Algovo, a volcano crater meets the sea. The landscape is dusty and barren, and it's home to some unusual looking vineyards.
Before we move on to Cape Verde, we decide to make one last stop, in Fuerteventura. We're on our way to Gran Tarajal Marina, on the southeast of the island, where we'll provision the boat and use it as a base to explore the island before we set sail.
The colors, the textures, the wide open spaces. It's all a taste of something new.
It's been a very good day exploring Fuerteventura, and we didn't really know what to expect. Kind of low expectations, but actually, yeah. I mean, there's waves, kite surfing, volcanoes, cool beaches. Yeah, I'd be quite happy to stay here longer if we weren't in a tiny bit of a time schedule to, well, get over to Cape Verde soon and then cross the Atlantic.
After a couple of weeks, we have fallen in love with this island. This place really grabs us. But our nomadic hearts keep on beating, and we still feel more at home in the journey itself.
So we're in Gran Tarajal Marina in the south of Fuerteventura, and we think there's some migrants might be about to arrive via a Spanish rescue boat. It's quite a surreal moment. The sort of check-in station for the arrivals are just over there. I should check, but Africa is about, I can't remember now, about 50 kilometres away, 100 kilometres away. And on the crossing we heard pan calls before we arrived to the Canaries, looking out for adrift boats with people on. And I think now that the EU, sort of mainland Europe, has clamped down on crossings, this is kind of the new route to Europe, is to the Canaries. And it's a bloody big crossing. If you're in a little smuggler's boat, I mean it's the Atlantic Ocean proper. I think it's scary enough in a yacht, so never mind in some shoddy boat, to risk everything for a better life.
They are really sweet for them.
The people.
Yeah. It looks like they're really sweet to them.
The Red Cross.
Yeah. They try to talk with them and are really patient and give them food and water and
It feels like a very human
way
approach.
way of approach, definitely.
Like, serious but also humane.
I never felt this close to this issue, which is obviously an issue around the world, of people. Yeah.
And we kind of show the beauty of the world.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, we've got the microphone on low, but Mitch is saying that we show a lot of what we're trying to do is trying to show the amazing things that we see on this journey, and
but this is happening too.
yeah, this is happening too at the same time. So this is the reality. Like we're incredibly lucky. I mean, we work very hard and all these things, but we're incredibly lucky to have had the opportunities we've had. Obviously these guys haven't had that, and they are very much sailing beyond borders like we are. We're doing this essentially to try and live the best life we can live, and it's obviously worlds apart, but it's the same reason, the same motivation. We're from the position of Western privilege, them from the reality of Africa and the obvious lack of opportunities and the dangers that come with that life. Who knows the story of these people, but what they've just done is no small feat to cross that body of water. Well, I mean, we're all human, so if people are in a desperate situation where they're willing to go into the Atlantic Ocean on a tiny little craft for the hope of a better life, to feed their family or to flee war, or you've got to give them some kind of, I don't know what the word is, respect or sympathy, empathy, something. I mean, a system where smugglers bring people in on sketchy boats and then rescue teams and all this go out is...
You see what we have for safety on board to only with our boat. It's already you think they're just on a dinghy or small little boat.
Yeah, Mitch is saying, the amount of safety that we have on our boat just to look after ourselves. I mean, whether or not they have any safety other than a token life jacket on these boats. I mean, I don't know how they navigate. It's just, it can't go on like this, but another ambulance is coming. It's just tricky. When you have such desperate people in this world, then I would do the same if it was the only option. So you can't turn your back on them, like it seems that mainland Europe have a little bit, from what I understand. So I find it quite emotional. The next morning I go to check out the rescue boat. And before long, it's out to sea again. This time, the migrant boats come back empty.
Yeah, that is quite a heavy ending to this chapter, but we felt we couldn't ignore it. Yeah, it happened so close to home.
We're now in Cape Verde, but yeah, more about that in the next chapter.